can tell you right now that the best milestones, the most fulfilling milestones that I've had, it's because I did them when I was well rested, when I was calm, when I was relaxed, when I was leading with joy every day, not leading with fear, exhaustion, and just burning myself out every day. That unconscious part of our brain knows that we deserve something way more, that we have something unique to offer to our lives, but we have just been settling to what society is telling us how we should be successful, how we should spend, how we should save, how we should invest. What's up guys, it's Nik. As you know, I'm a recovered shopaholic, now a money mindset coach, empowering working professionals to fund their dreams into reality. I cannot believe it, you guys. I am turning 27 years in this earth, and I also wanted to share the milestones that I've had and the money lessons that I've learned in the process, because guys, I am celebrating over 500 hours in coaching since I've decided to start my coaching business as a full-time money mindset coach. I'm also celebrating over 60,000 of you guys over on my YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and it's just been amazing being able to be a full-time content creator as well. And more importantly, as I've shared with you guys, my recent 1 million net worth milestone. And sometimes it's so easy to see all these things in the surface, that thinking that in a snap it just happened, but I swear to you guys, there's been a lot of financial fears, doubts, and like second guessing myself in the process. And so when I was brainstorming about this video, I feel like it's so important to share with you guys the 7 money lessons I learned before turning 27 that allowed me to overcome the limiting beliefs that I had around money, so that I could step into the best version of myself who was able to fund these dreams. And having been able to coach my clients to do that as well has been the most fulfilling thing in the world. And so I wanted to share those lessons with you. I do want to take a moment and just thank each and every single person who watches my videos here on YouTube, on TikTok, or follows me on Instagram, and you watch my videos from start to finish, and you repost my videos, or you watch my free training. I appreciate you more than ever, because you inspire me to keep doing what I'm doing, knowing that there's at least one soul out there who's telling me that you're inspired by me. Thank you. So before I get extra emotional, let's talk about these 7 money lessons I learned before turning 27. Because if you're all about that, then make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, because this is going to be a 2-part video series. So make sure that you stay tuned here in my channel. And now let's get into the video. First money lesson I learned before turning 27 is that hustling is not a badge of honor. It's overrated. I fed into this lie. I fed into this societal standard that you need to have sleepless nights, that you need to be always tired, that you need to be constantly exhausted to feel like you're successful, to feel like you're valuable, to feel like you matter. Like you need to constantly sacrifice your well-being in order to feel like I'm doing the right thing. And I once was that person. I glorified being a workaholic. I glorified staying long hours in the office. I glorified, being in my bat cave and not being able to take a bath for a long time in like a day, because I was so focused on work. That's just so embarrassing just saying it right now. But it was at that length that I fed into that belief that was a total lie. Because what's the point of working so hard, but in the end, you're just exhausted and burnt out? That's what I always say. I mentioned it in one of my videos where I talked about why I stopped hustling for financial freedom. It's not constantly overworking and burning ourselves out thinking that that's the only way to be successful. Because what if there's another way? What if there's a way to work smart that will allow us to create better output? Because if you think that in order to be successful right now is to be tired all the time, don't expect that when you get a certain promotion or start a business or scale your business, that it would be any different. Because you've already programmed your mind that in order to reach a certain milestone, in order to be successful, you need to constantly burn yourself out, constantly fill up your schedule to feel like you're valuable. I can tell you right now that the best milestones, the most fulfilling milestones that I've had, which are the ones I shared earlier, it's because I did them when I was well rested, when I was calm, when I was relaxed, when I was leading with joy every day, not leading with fear, exhaustion, and just burning myself out every day. Because the only time that we can actually receive the right kind of opportunities, to grab the right opportunities, to make the right kinds of choices, is when we are just still, when we just allow ourselves to really reflect and be still in the current moment. That's when we actually realize, like, what is the right choice? What is the right path that will actually serve us, that is more aligned to our dreams? What are the right things to spend on? What are the right things to invest on that will actually allow me to fast track my dreams? So here's my new belief. I believe every single time I work every day, I work on my business, I coach my clients, I think about the best output. The best coaching session happens when I am well rested. When I am well rested, that's when I show up my best. That's when I think of the best ideas. That's when I look forward to showing up in a video. When I coach my clients, it's also the time for them to just pause and reflect and interrupt their autopilot mode that, like, oh, constantly hustle, work. But if you take the time to pause and reflect, they realize, like, you know what? Maybe I could actually maximize my one income stream and just negotiate my salary for a promotion. I love what I do anyway. And that promotion could help me fund the travel I always wanted, to start that business capital that I've always wanted to start as well. Or some of them, they also realize, like, I've never really prioritized myself. I always put everyone first. So when I spend, when I save, wala nang natitira sa akin, because I keep putting everyone first and me last. The only way for you to interrupt this hustling hamster wheel is that when you actually pause and be still and ask yourself, how can I work smarter for a better quality output? And ultimately, this will help you break the cycle of constantly pressuring yourselves, stressing yourself out, of constantly working hard, earning more, but still in the end, your destination is you're tired and burnt out. There's a way to disrupt this pattern if you make the decision right now. If you want to learn more about how I coach my clients to break free from financial stress, financial anxiety, financial pressure, so that they could have more clarity and confidence and trust in themselves to fund their real dreams, their real desires, then you can check out my free 60-minute training that I always love to share to you guys, because I wish I had this before when I was a workaholic, when I was spending on the wrong things. And I have a feeling that this is going to be the wake-up call that you need so that you can make a different choice, choose a different path where you deserve a different outcome that you've always wanted. Also, I can recommend these two books that have changed my life regarding my mindset around this. So check out Effortless and The Slight Edge. And I love them both, and I feel like you're also going to take a lot of learnings from them. Second money lesson I learned before turning 27 is that there is a thin line between settling and contentment. I realized that there could sometimes be a voice at the back of our head, and that's usually our instinct. That's usually our gut feel who tells us, like, you deserve more. You deserve more than this. You're probably just settling because you're comfortable, you're safe, but is it really making you happy? There is that voice at the back of your head telling you that you are settling. Okay, I thought before, like, am I so ungrateful that I was questioning the career path that I was in for 6 years? Am I too woke to question the society standards of being successful? Because oftentimes we are settling based on the rules of society that has been placed on us, or like what our parents told us, or what our colleagues tell us, what our friends tell us, and we've just been settling because that's the status quo. We just want to fit in, we just want to belong. You know, and that's when I realized I was settling. Like, oh, aren't I just supposed to get the job that's aligned with my course? And aren't I just supposed to, like, climb the next promotion? We overlap settling and being contented, because we think that if we are not contented, we think that we are ungrateful. When in reality, there is a possibility that you're allowing yourself to settle. The term there is allowing yourself. Okay, because we make the choices that we make. We teach people how to treat us. Can you listen to that? We teach people how to treat us. So whether you are right now in a place where you're not happy with your current employer, you feel like there's a different path for you, if you feel like your current salary is not at par to what you want, if you feel like how you're living right now, your living situation, how you're dealing with your career, you feel like there could be more than this, but you feel like you just want to be safe and just stick to what's secure, what's stable, you know? But ask yourself, how have you been settling? Because settling feels like, pwede na. Okay na to. I was just checking boxes, doing a checklist of like, get into this job, earn this much money, save this much money, and maybe buy a property. But I knew there was something more. There's that voice at the back of your head that you need to listen to. And this is what I love coaching my clients on, is for them to listen to their gut instinct, to their gut feeling, to their unconscious mind. That's literally 95% of our brain that we don't take into consideration. That unconscious part of our brain knows that we deserve something way more, that we have something unique to offer to our lives, but we have just been settling to what society is telling us how we should be successful, how we should spend, how we should save, how we should invest. I realized that contentment is actually having that inner calmness and inner peace, that you are taking the right actions where you are, and also you're at peace where you're headed. Okay? Like, you know that you're taking the right actions that will create a ripple effect to 1 year from now, 2 years from now. That's what I realized was the difference. And guess what? This is something you can never Google. You know, sometimes we think that Google always has the answers, but guess what? I realized that the best answers, the best solutions that come out when I coach my clients is when it comes from my clients' mouths, when it comes from my clients' words themselves. They realize that, oh my gosh, I've been allowing myself to settle with this contractual job. Maybe I'm allowing myself to just settle in how my boss is treating me, or maybe I'm just settling in this job because I've been here for 6 years, but it's in the same salary. Maybe I've been settling in this business, always burning myself out because I'm scared to delegate, I'm scared to scale, I'm scared to run out of money to pay the bills. As I mentioned in one of my videos on the money advice I wish I told my 25-year-old self, was that I always had this voice at the back of my head telling myself that I've always wanted to be a coach. I always wanted to be someone who could empower, inspire others to create a transformation in their lives, but I kept pushing it aside. It took me 2 years of wasting time and energy and overthinking to only realize, like, how long am I gonna keep delaying this? How long am I gonna keep settling? Do I want to do this when I'm 40, when I'm 50, when I don't have that much energy anymore? I realized that contentment for me was living a life of freedom and meaning. Being able to do what I love every day and earn from it. And at the same time, making time for people who I care about. And now that I'm able to do that, I have that inner peace, that inner calmness, that I'm building the foundation of the right actions, of the right habits, of the consistent actions that I'm doing every single day that will lead me to the future that's aligned with my values, that's on my terms. So if this hit you hard and you feel like this resonated with you and you feel like I've been settling for years, please don't wait for 2 more years. Don't wait for 3 more years. Don't wait for even a month. 1 month made a difference for me. 3 months made a bigger difference. 1 year made a huge difference in being able to make my dreams happen. Third money lesson I learned before turning 27 is asking and accepting help is not for the weak. It's actually the shortcut to your dreams. Being a workaholic before, I always felt like I need to do everything to prove my worth, to prove my value, to prove that I matter, to prove that magaling ako and all of that. I felt that if I ask for help, if I vocalize that I need help, if I want to delegate a certain task, then it means that hindi pala ako ganun kagaling. It means that I'm not able to handle as much workload, or it means that I don't know how to figure things out myself. You know, and that was the belief that crippled me. It stunted my growth because I thought it was for the weak. It made me feel vulnerable and naked because that meant that I had to tell someone that I can't do this alone. I need help. And that was the biggest mistake. Because when you ask help, when you ask for support, that opens up the opportunity to learn faster, to learn from people who are better than you, to learn from experts, to be surrounded by people who are better than you. That's what I allowed my mind to shift towards, is I love to be surrounded by people who know a lot more, who are better, who have value to share. I remember when my clients would have this limiting belief that, oh, I can't tell my boss that I feel this way. I can't ask my boss to maybe get a promotion. Isn't that weird? I might get fired. And this is like the misconception, and this is what is stunting our growth. This is what's stunting our career ultimately, is that we're so scared to ask when there's nothing wrong about asking, because we never know if we don't ask. Because I remember with one of my clients, when she took the initiative to ask her boss about getting a promotion, of getting an increase in her salary, like her boss was happy about it, because she's like, yeah, I've always wanted to give you a salary increase. Thanks for telling me that. I'm gonna find a way to expedite it. But first you have to believe in yourself that you deserve that kind of promotion, that you deserve the salary increase. And that's where the mindset drama comes in. When it comes to money, we're like, but do I deserve that value? Do I deserve that amount? May it be for your corporate job, or may it be with starting your business. If you don't believe that people would pay this amount for the value that you share, do you think people, your customers, would be happy to pay you for that amount? For me, when I started my coaching business, I asked for help. I asked for mentorship. I asked for support in the programs I invested in. I always talked about I invested in over 200,000 worth of my money towards the online program, so I could get the support that became the shortcut to my dreams. I get to now coach my clients better. I was able to sustain building this business that I love, that I'm passionate about, because I invested in support, in skills that allowed me to take that shortcut to my dreams. I mean, that's why I have a business mentor, I have a coaching mentor, and that's ultimately why, like in my coaching program, I condensed my 6 years of trial and error with the money habits I did, with the financial systems that don't work. And now I condense them into a 60-day roadmap for my clients, so that they don't have to go through those years of wasting time and energy that I've been through, because I already know what works. And ultimately, when my clients just decide that I raise my hand, I need your help, they ask for my help, they ask for my support, because they are done wasting their time, their energy of years that they could have been able to fund their dreams. They're done with that, and they're like, I'm ready to ask for help. I'm ready to admit that I need support, so that I can create the shortcut to make my dreams happen once and for all. When they do that, that is the start of the transformation. When you ask for help, when you admit to yourself where you need help. If you're curious to learn about how I coach my clients in 60 days so they have the clarity and confidence to fund their dreams, then I would love to invite you to my one-on-one coaching program, Fund Your Freedom. This is where my clients have broken free from financial anxiety, financial pressure, so that they could have the clear headspace to make their dreams happen, from living independently, from funding their dream wedding, from being able to go full-time in their business and knowing that they have the financial safety net to do so. This is what I love coaching my clients on, is for them to realize that they are 100% resourceful, capable, powerful to make their dreams happen in 60 days with me. So if you're curious, you can check the link in my bio. You can also read the testimonials from my clients who created massive shifts in their mindset around money, their fears around money, which now allowed them to step into the best version of themselves, who have always been capable of funding their dreams into reality. Fourth money lesson I learned before turning 27 is that you attract what you think you deserve. I've seen this so much when I'm coaching my clients and in my life as well. It's like when they see that, oh yeah, I know that I could have a higher salary. I know that I could start that business. I know that I could finally move on my own. There's a difference between knowing that there is a possibility, but there's also a difference between thinking subconsciously do I really deserve that? Do I deserve to enjoy? Do I deserve to use my money to enjoy? Or do you feel guilty? Do I really deserve to ask for that promotion? Am I really enough? Am I really good enough to start that business? And this is the biggest mindset block of them all, is that when you think you don't deserve it, and so you attract that. You attract staying stuck in that income bracket. You stay stuck in that career you don't like. You stay stuck in being burnt out in your business because you feel like you don't deserve to enjoy the money you have. Or you stay stuck in overgiving to others because you feel guilty when you use that money for yourself. That's how powerful our thoughts and beliefs are. They become your actions, and they become the results in your reality. Think about it. If you don't trust yourself that you're gonna make the right decisions, do you think you're gonna start that business? Or you think like, I'm just gonna waste my money, I'm just gonna fail in that business, so why bother start? Or if you doubt yourself, if you second guess your value, if you're good enough, do you think you're gonna negotiate that salary? Do you think you're gonna move to that career you've always wanted? Think about the things that you're attracting right now. It's probably because you think that's all you deserve. So you settle and you just say like, this is it, this is my life, this is all that I amount to. I love coaching my clients to shake up these limiting beliefs that have been holding them back. I remember coaching one of my clients who shared that, she found it a hard time to control her impulsive buying habits, to control her emotions. Whenever she's stressed, she feels like buying. And then after going through the mindset techniques inside my program and like coaching her through these beliefs, she realized like, that's why I keep giving in to my impulses, especially with shopping and buying stuff, is because I realized that I just don't trust myself. I keep doubting myself that I'm just gonna make the wrong decision anyway. So she keeps doing the wrong decisions. She keeps getting into the toxic habits. But after challenging these beliefs and releasing the negative emotions that have been surrounding her past decisions and letting go of the shame and the guilt from her past decisions, she realized like, I've always had the gut feel, actually. I've always had the instinct to do the right thing. And I just really needed to trust myself that I am capable of making the right decision, And when you truly believe that at the subconscious, at the unconscious level, that's when the real shifts happen. That's what I learned in my coaching training, is that real shifts, real change happen unconsciously, happen subconsciously, because your subconscious, which is 95% of your brain, they control your actions, your decisions, right? And that's why I talk about working on your money mindset. Because when you work on your mindset, your thoughts around money, your beliefs around money, that's when you get to learn how to make the right spending and saving decisions. Just like my client, because now she subconsciously believes and innately believes that she can trust herself now because she's capable of making the right decisions in her life. That also transcended to like, now I know what I shouldn't spend on and what is worth spending on. If you found this valuable, then don't forget that I have a part 2 of this video because I only shared 4 lessons. I'm gonna share in next week's video 3 more money lessons I learned before turning 27. So make sure you subscribe, ring the notification bell because you don't want to miss out. But in the meantime, you can check out this video for more money tips that are super valuable, that will change your mindset around how you should handle your money and how it can actually help you fund your dreams. So I will see you there.